Hi Leo, here is a general look at your solar chart for February 2016, and it is no time to be going it alone. Even if you wanted to, maybe you can't, because this is the time for collaboration, cooperation, and this is the time for one-to-one. You could be teaming up, you could be bonding, or you could just be getting on and doing the business together, whatever that's about. Until the 14th, Mercury is focusing a mind upon the practicalities of things, you know, the how-to, and then the to-do list, and being maybe quite sort of having a method, having a technique going on there. Maybe it's also making you think about the maintenance side of things, the repair side of things, you and a partner. It feels very partnery, it feels very sort of sharey. I'm hoping I can get this done before I lose the light. I might have to turn the light on, but I prefer not to have the light on because the natural light is so much lovelier. And it's only 4:30 in the afternoon. But this is how far north I am at the moment, right up at the north of, above the north of Denmark. So yeah, it has this real feeling of togetherness with it, whether these are a series of people that you are collaborating with, or whether this is one person. Somebody you're consulting with maybe, or somebody who's consulting with you, but because Venus is around, you're likely to feel supported, you're likely to feel like you've got this safety net there, and you get assistance, or maybe you're the one that's giving the assistance. So it could be like that, and getting a lot done, really, I would say, whether it's in maintenance or repairs, or whether it's to do with the job, or whether it's to do with daily chores, the to-do list, or whether it's to do with health, and you're doing, you know, health and diet and exercise, that kind of thing, you know, or remedies, or whatever, consultations. I mean, it's all really good. You know, you could get a good consultation at this time, I would say. Somebody who kind of clicks, you click with, you know. And then they both move. First of all, Mercury moves on the 14th and Venus moves on the 17th. So you've got them both going into the next area, which is a very strong area for Venus, affairs of the heart. You and someone feeling this closer rapport, figuring out how you can be a good team together, maybe, or maybe some of you, you know, tying the knot. Or thinking about it anyway, but just enjoying each other's company more. Mercury's there too, so it's like there seems to be a lot of interchange, information between you, or maybe it's not just between the key two yous, maybe it's between you two and others, you know, that you're consulting, that you're picking the brains. Maybe it's like that. Or maybe it's just about you and others. Now, Mars is in a very, very long transit this year, hopping between Scorpio, which is at the root of your chart, and Sagittarius, which is the house of fun in your chart. So at the moment it's in Scorpio at the root of your chart. That's up until early March, and this means that your HQ is going to be busy, is going to be hustle and bustle, or because of it there's hustle and bustle. Like maybe some of you are looking for someone to relocate to, or doing it up, or there's a lot more going on around you wherever you are located. It could be a little bit like that. Comings and goings, it could be like that, or maybe it's not like that at all. Maybe it's to do with family, community, neighborhood, a dynamic Mars energy going on there, and some things connect you maybe to the past, to tradition, to parents. It could be like that. Skeletons start rattling in the closet, maybe, for some of you. And it could be a mixture of these things because of the length of this unusual transit. Mars is going to be in there until early March, goes out for a while, and then comes back in again later on in the year. So for some of you, it could be about parents, parenting, the past, you know, family, that kind of thing, but also location. And then we have the Sun moving on the 19th into an area which is more intuitive. It has you sussing things out, weighing things up, sensing, feeling, humming and hawing, ruminating, being a little bit more introspective, but not hugely because of the positions of Mercury and Venus and Mars. Then Saturn is in a long transit of Sagittarius until late 2017 in a really supportive aspect to your sun sign, Leo. And also depending on the degree of your rising sign, if you have rising Leo as well. Leo is born the 4th to the 9th of August, or with 13 to 17 degrees rising, you're going to feel that energy the most. It's going to help you to be successful in a creative way, with your creative juices flowing. You need a project to be creative through, and then you chip away at that perseveringly and consistently over the time that you have Saturn here. It's quite simple. Or it might be about children, because this is also the area of children, or it might be both. It might be both, why limit yourself? But you need a more disciplined, patient approach with either, with a creative project, a wonderful sort of masterpiece that you're working on, or with children and young people, or your inner child as well, and anything speculative, anything that is enterprising, entrepreneurial. Now Jupiter is in a good area, even though it's not in a really strong angle to your sun sign. I hope you can still see me. It's in a good place because it's in the area of your piggy bank. So we put the planet of expansion in the area of the piggy bank, and as long as you're not putting your hand into your own pocket too much, you could, if you play your cards right, get a good deal or two until Jupiter comes out of there in September over the time. So make the most of whatever is out there. If you want to acquire something, then this is the time to be acquisitive, I suppose, separating the wheat from the chaff, of course. But also, what have you got that you can offer the world? What resource, what talent, what knowledge, what skill? This is the time that the world is going to go, oh, he can do this. This is cool, and then maybe actually remunerate you in a proper sort of a way for it. This is more likely with Jupiter here. So you need to step out there and strut your stuff a little bit, or indeed this transit is going to help you to think positively about how to juggle basic resources, how to make the most of what you have. But the thing about Jupiter is it delivers best when you do reach out into unfamiliar areas. Somebody once invited me to a kind of what was it? It was a sort of spiritual fair at her farm, and I ended up in a horse's loose box with my computer doing readings, astrological readings, and I love horses, so I was completely at home, even though it was a bit stinky. It was a smell I know and love from my childhood, whatever. And somebody that came in there then offered me, a job doing this regularly in her sort of esoteric kind of shop and therapy center, and I ended up being there for several years. And I really didn't want to go and do this thing, this spiritual fair, because I wasn't sort of in the mood really for spiritual fairs. But because it was going to be with stables, that's why I went. And I knew I'd see horses and I'd be around horses, so that's why I went. And then lo and behold, a bolt from the blue. So this is what I'm saying to you. You got to get out there. You Leos born the 10th to the 15th of August, or with 18 to 23 degrees rising, going to feel that energy the most. And I just want to mention to you, in conclusion, Saturn in a good angle to Uranus, and this is a stunningly good one for you Sun Leo people, or maybe other planet Leo people as well, where if you keep steadily and consistently working on an aspiration, a cherished hope, a just improvements, that this is the time that it can really pay off. You work on something new and progressive and exciting and maybe a bit strange and alien for you. This is the time it can really pay off, okay? And that will be good. And then Mercury and Venus briefly go over Pluto at the very beginning of the month, which means that conversations could have a more sort of deeper, sort of more profound sort of hit you in your heart a little bit more. Might be in a good way, don't mean to sort of give the impression they wouldn't be, but what you say to another as well would have that same, depending on your basic Mars and basic Mercury and Pluto stuff, of course, but in general this is because that's when Mercury and Venus go over Pluto in Capricorn. So you look it up, try cafe astrology or something and to see what it means. And then also, if you want to know where these planets actually were originally in your natal chart, you can go to a free service like AstroDeens and find out, as long as you've got your time of birth. And anyway, that's it. Just as we're losing the light completely here, it's very, very beautiful dusk skyline out there, and which you can't see, but it's very pretty. If you know your rising sign or your moon sign, listen to those. And also, if you want to check anything out, this material is written up on DianaGarland.com. And there's 2 other videos out. One's called The Astrological Overview of 2016 or The Overview of 2016. Yes, I know, not very imaginative titles. I didn't really think that through, but the 2 separate videos, and the overview has got some input from the guides as well, so that might be interesting for some of you. And I'll see you the next time.